Hi, my name is Jaspreet Randhawa and my partner's name is Angria, and this is our presentation on solar eclipses. We hope you enjoy. What is a solar eclipse? A solar eclipse is when the moon passes between the sun and the earth. Hence, the moon covers the sun for a period of time. When the sun is covered, the light is blocked and there is a shadow casted on a certain part of earth. The very last moon with the orange ring is a total solar eclipse. This is when the sun is completely blocked.
There are three types of solar eclipses: partial solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse, and total solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse: when the sun, moon, and the earth is in a straight line, the formation of total solar eclipse takes place. It is only visible from a small part of the earth. During total solar eclipse, the sky becomes dark. Partial solar eclipse: during a partial solar eclipse, the sun, moon, and the earth are not aligned in a straight line. Sun appears to have a dark shadow on its surface. Annular solar eclipse: when the moon is at the farthest position from the earth, the annular solar eclipse takes place. It doesn't cover the entire view of the sun. The moon seems smaller because of the large distances.
When viewing a solar eclipse, there are two types of shadows, the umbra and penumbra. The umbra is a total eclipse. This is when the sunlight is completely blocked and there is a moment of almost full darkness. A penumbra is a partial eclipse, and this is when the moon blocks a part of the sun, which makes a twilight effect on the moon. In this picture, the umbra is the gray center of the moon, and the penumbra is its secondary blue shadow.
How often does a solar eclipse occur? A solar eclipse occur approximately 2 to 5 times a year. They usually happen around almost 18 months. It depends where in the world you are because it is only visible in certain parts of the world. This is because as the earth rotates around the axis, the shadow travels from west to east. Individuals of the path of totality will have a view of total solar eclipse, and individuals not a part of path of totality will have a view of partial eclipse. Usually, a total solar eclipse is only visible in place every 400 years.
How long does a solar eclipse last? Solar eclipses are temporary events because the Earth and the Moon are in constant movement. It could take several hours for the Moon to pass in front of the Sun. For a total eclipse, the Moon and Sun are only aligned for a moment. The longest recent total eclipse was 6 minutes and 53 seconds on July 11, 1991. The timing for totality may be different due to the size of the Moon and Sun depending on the distance from Earth.
Why does a solar eclipse not occur during every new moon phase? A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes through Earth and Sun. The alignment of these bodies is just that the moon blocks the light of the sun, reflecting the shadow on the Earth. Also, the moon's orbit is tilted around 5 degrees towards Earth's orbit around the sun. Moreover, moon must be at the specific position in its orbit, which is known as a lunar node. A lunar node is a point where the moon's orbit intersects the plane of the Earth's orbit around the sun. A solar eclipse can occur when the full moon occurs as well as when the moon is near the lunar node. Aspects of sun during solar eclipse: rotating streaks of light emanating from the obscured edge of the sun, drop in temperature by 10 or more degrees due to less amount of sunlight. During the daytime, sky watchers can see stars in the daytime, and a view of Mercury can be seen, which is very hard to see during normal days. The sun's corona. The sun's outer atmosphere, known as a corona, is visible during a total solar eclipse. This is because the bright light from the sun is blocked, revealing the much darker corona. Visibility of planets and stars. During a total solar eclipse, the planets such as Venus, which is not visible on normal days, become visible because of close distance to the sun. The planets and stars become brightly striking on solar eclipse. View of the sharp shadows. During solar eclipse, when the moon covers the sun's shadow outside the path of totality, even specific points such as hairs on arm become very visible in shadow because during an eclipse the source of area becomes smaller, which is a reason to make shadows of objects much sharper.
On April 8, 2024, a total solar eclipse will be visible from across North America, so if you want to view this safely, prepare yourself with the right equipment.
Here are the some of precautions while looking at sun during solar eclipse. It is never safe to look directly at the sun even during an eclipse because the sun's intense light and the UV rays can seriously damage our eyes. To view the eclipse safely, you must use specifically designed solar filters. Here are some of the ways to look safely on the eclipse. Eclipse glasses. Specifically designed glasses with filters that block harmful UV and strong visible light allows us to view the sun safely and directly. Pinhole projector. We can make a simple pinhole projector by punching a small hole in a piece of paper and holding it up to the sun. Light from the sun passes through the hole, creating a projected image of the sun on the surface behind it. Instead of looking directly at the sun, you can see a projected image. Telescopes or binoculars with solar filters. If you have a telescope or binoculars, you can safely view the eclipse by attaching a solar filter to the front of the lens. Make sure to attach the filter securely and specifically designed.
This is the end of our presentation on solar eclipses, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Any questions or comments are welcome.